and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, feel free to contact me at 339-1670. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also get in touch with me. Those of you who lend your friend and your family money, and you think it hard to pay your own money, you have an agreement with them, do get in touch with us, and we will be glad to assist you in getting back your hard-earned cash. Now, viewers, I want to say a special good night to you in Trinidad and Tobago, up the Caribbean and around the globe. Those of you on the Real Talk page. Now, remember, you can like and share our page. You're typing in Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Our page will come up. Like and share as we go live. Now, I encourage you, the viewers of Real Talk, to share our live stream on your phone, on your internet, on your tablet. Share it. Those of you that are looking at us on Facebook via around the world, share our page so that the people understand these are issues that we are facing in Trinidad and Tobago. And we are the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago because there are many current affairs programs in Trinidad. And we are the #1. What made us the #1 is because we gave you the opportunity to call in, voice your concern, voice your opinion. From the government, come straight down to the man on the street. We gave you that opportunity. So viewers, like and share our page as we go live. And those of you on YouTube, subscribe TT Real Talk, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live. Now on our page, we keep you up to date with stories that is breaking throughout Trinidad and Tobago, even around the world on a daily basis. So feel free to share our page. Now viewers, you can also call in live, drop your comment. 238-6716 is a live calling program where you can call in. 238-6716. We have a repeat the following day from 10 a.m. So feel free. Now, as we start off tonight, viewers, COVID-19 in Trinidad and Tobago. We have oil prices dropping drastically throughout the world. Media briefings every morning. Well, at least the crime rate drop. On and off, we hear a little murder and a little robbery. So when it was about 2 months back, it reduced drastically. Even the bandits are afraid to die. But why are we afraid to die? If we know we have to close our eye one day, whether we're young or whether we are old, we have to die. Why not embrace death? But not in a foolish way. Not in a foolish way. So as we start off tonight, viewers, you don't have a question I want to ask the government, but I want to give people the time to tune in. Tune in to Real Talk. Caller, good night.
Saeed, good night.
Go right ahead.
Saeed, damn if you don't, damn if you do. Our commissioner of police can't do better than he's doing. I don't care who say it ain't no law and it ain't no law. If they want law, I think all he has to do is to go and get the law, because they could do it overnight. They could do it because when they need money in the government,
they just do it overnight.
Go overnight and get the law passed. So if they want law for them to stay put, to try and save this country of debt, like they ain't picking cents, they're not pinching themselves, Saeed. You hear? This man can't do more than he's doing, and he's the best.
True.
He is the best. Very intelligent.
Yes.
And he knows what he is about.
Yes.
The second thing, Saeed, yesterday, long circular, I went to pay a bill, a mobile bill. This young lady blew her nose in a napkin, took the same napkin and held the door and opened it to go into long circular.
Wow.
Lady, you know yourself. PDU,
all right,
Auntie. Right? I ain't calling no number. Thou know thyself. Please, don't be disgusting.
Thank
This
you,
is
my
a
friend.
virus that we do.
Thank you, my friend. We do apologize for that. Now, viewers, now it's 7:05. I know people tune into Real Talk. So I want to ask the government of Trinidad or to the Minister of Health. Now, this is something I'm asking. I am asking. Did they take a 40-foot container from someone in Trinidad? Did they take a 40-foot container from someone in Trinidad? And are you just saying that it is a gift from China? It's something I am asking the minister or the Ministry of Health, because there are people that knows about it. So did you take a 40-foot container belonging to a company in Trinidad and saying that it is a gift from China? Secondly, all I said, I'll purchase mask, a large amount of mask from China. If China is selling mask at US $4 per mask, how much did you spend on purchasing mask for Trinidad and Tobago? Is something I am asking the government, or if the government wants to answer it, it's not a problem. But if the minister or somebody in the Ministry of Health wants to answer it, it's not a problem. But did you take a container of supplies that belongs to a company in Trinidad, and you are saying that you received it as a gift from China? Because I was informed of it today. Secondly, if China is selling masks at $4 per mask, how much was spent on purchasing masks for Trinidad and Tobago? You know, normally when I say things like this, it is go back to the heirs. Because I know people on top in the ministries listening, both present and past. So I'm not scandaling nothing, you know. I am asking a question. And when someone in the media asks a question, we just expect answers from those in authority. So it's a question I am asking you all. Let me tell you something. I have a mash-up show tonight, you know. So we're going into surveillance testing now. 63 persons who were randomly tested for COVID-19 have resulted in negative reports. These persons were tested through the surveillance testing which started last Tuesday. Health Minister Terence Dialsingh said, "This is a significant development for Trinidad and Tobago." He made the announcement at today's virtual media conference.
63 of those tests under the surveillance program were tested, and all have come back negative thus far. So 63 surveillance tests done from Tuesday, all negative thus far.
Minister Dialsingh said, in total, there are 109 patients at the various facilities.
Total number of discharges, 37, including 9 new discharges last evening. So discharges, 37.
Now, viewers, I said on my previous show, so tonight, callers from throughout Trinidad and Tobago, including the farmers, feel free to call in. Let us know what area you're calling from. Let us know if you have seen your MP or your councillor in your area. Let us know. Because according to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, we are in a crisis. And when we are in a crisis, we expect to see those in authority in our constituents. Caller, good night.
Yes, Mr. Ali, good night.
Go right ahead, my dear.
First time caller to you, sir.
Welcome to Real Talk. Where are you calling from, my dear?
Point 14, sir.
Point 14. Have you seen your councillor?
No, sir, the only time we see Mr. Edmund Dillon is when he wants to be red finger
Wow.
for his constituency. But we don't see we councillor regular though. But, we MPs are waste of time.
Oh my God.
They need to replace him.
Go ahead, make your comment.
They need to replace Mr. Edmund Dillon. He is the Minister of Housing. People hungry in Point 14 need house, living in shack. And he wouldn't even come and give the people a house. He don't even come to see how they're living. Wow. And he making all this money.
But the councillor, have he been helpful in your area?
The councillor has been very helpful. He's giving out food to the needy, to different places in Point 14. I think he's doing very well.
What's his name?
His name is Kennedy Ricketts Jr.
Okay, so he's doing a wonderful job in your area thus far.
He's doing a wonderful job, but Mr. Edmund Dillon is a waste.
Thank you, my dear. So as we move on tonight, viewers, the ministry has only used 6 facilities thus far in the parallel healthcare system. The parallel healthcare system was set up so that COVID-19 would not come in contact with the rest of the population. Like I said on a previous show, I just hope that the ministers in authority ain't pay no sideline money, you know. You see what's going on in Balandra and what's going on in Brooklyn Settlement? I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for a report of Brooklyn Settlement. I'm waiting for the minister to publish it because our taxpayers' dollars are going down there. And we cannot get a tax refund, a VAT refund. Health Minister Terence Dialsing said, another facility are ready and waiting.
Augustus Long, not in use as yet. Arima, not as in use as yet. DBUB campus, not as in use as yet. Napa, not in use as yet. Balandra, we can only start to reuse Balandra by this weekend. That is 2 weeks after the last person would have left Balandra.
So we're going on to DB campus now. National Security Minister Stuart Young said the University of the West Indies in DB campus will be up and running soon. This is one of the facilities earmarked for COVID-19 patients. The minister said, if need be, there will be additional space at the campus which can also be used.
We will have the DB campus. There are 4 dormitories of 24 units each in these 4 buildings. It will be up and ready by Friday. I was there yesterday with the Defense Force, Minister Dialsing's Ministry of Health personnel and the UE personnel. We did a tour. And in touring the DB campus, we discovered that there are other facilities there. God forbid we need to use them. We can quickly turn around.
Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Saeed, China will send their ship with the respirator and thing for Trinidad to donate it. China create the virus. So how you could use that respirator? You can't use that respirator. Yes, China create the virus. When China send respirator to United States government send it back to China. They start to kill people in the US. You understand? And they send that here for people to use. That they use that cloth in your mouth, that they use a respirator. And then our next thing, last week Sunday, rainfall for 2 hours down in south, and the half of south flood out. So just imagine, we're going to take place when rain starts to fall in the season now, when they're cleaning no river, nothing down in south.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, we're moving into border patrols. Government is making it clear that it does not intend to open or reopen the country's border at any time soon. This is coming from the National Security Minister, Stuart Young. Minister Young insists that it was necessary to keep our borders closed at this time.
Importation of this virus is what we're combating. That's one of the things we're combating. You all would recall, as we've gone through the history over the last 2 weeks, starting on the 12th of March, how this virus came to be imported in Trinidad and Tobago. So the closure of our borders is a very understandable measure to try and stop that importation. Any breaking of our borders at this stage has the potential to start importing the virus back into our environment. And the importation of this virus will not only put our frontline health workers at risk, but it stands the potential to put all of us in the population of Trinidad and Tobago at risk.
Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Right ahead.
What emphasis has been put in place into the Ministry of Agriculture within the last 2 months at least through this COVID? Because everybody closed their borders and no food is coming into the country. But our farmers into the country are suffering.
Thank you, my friend.
Is this...
Thank you, my friend. Now listen to this. Before we move on, Minister Young once again said there would be no exemptions.
We have no intention at this stage to allow our borders to become porous and allow persons a free flow of access. This is being done to protect us, the population, who are here. I remind you, as the Prime Minister has told us and as we've repeated in these forums, there are over 330,000 nationals of Trinidad and Tobago who are outside of Trinidad and Tobago. Just imagine if we even allow an importation of 100 or 200 persons to run the risk of bringing a second wave of the virus into Trinidad and Tobago.
Now, viewers, just as the caller asked about agriculture, now, with our borders closed and countries around the globe are shutting their borders, we need to sustain our food in Trinidad and Tobago. So tonight now, I want the farmers to call in and voice their concern. Make it short, make it sweet. You have 30 seconds? Make it sweet. Let the public understand what you are facing. Now listen to this. What I am going to read here, it came from a paper when the Prime Minister did an interview concerning agriculture in Trinidad back in 2018. Look how far back I carried earlier in 2018 and we're in 2020 presently. Listen to this. Agriculture will never be as commercial viable to the TT economy as oil and gas. Listen to this again. Agriculture will never be as commercial viable to T&T economy as oil and gas because the country simply does not have the land space to be a major global player in the field. We don't want to be a major global player. We want to sustain Trinidad and Tobago with agriculture. We are a small 2x2 country to other parts of the world. We are like a dot in the bucket. So do not compare the size of Trinidad and Tobago with the size of the United States or with the size of Canada. All the farmers want to do is to be able to plant their land and supply the nation. Listen, this was a statement the Prime Minister made, which was reported in a newspaper article back in 2018. He made a statement at the launch of the $87 million Altec Research and Development Facility at Tamina in Tech Park in Wallafield. This was in 2018. This was in 2018. You never give agriculture a chance. Listen to this. The Minister of Agriculture has consistently received one of the largest, or no, my mistake, one of the lowest allocation in national budget over the years. In the year 2018, the ministry received $0.780 billion. How much is that? How much is that? 780,000, more or less. So from the beginning, you never had a plan for agriculture. This is 2020. And you know what we're doing now? We wish Trinidad and Tobago, we wish in Trinidad and Tobago we had a proper agriculture sector presently. Because with the COVID-19 going around the world, every country is securing their food. What do we have to secure? We base it on oil and gas. We have a finance minister saying, boom, thing turn around. Thing turn around, the refinery shut down. It was really a boom. It was really a turnaround, and the refinery shut down. It was a boom. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Yes, I'm calling from Central. We haven't had water for 3 days, right? And I don't know what they're really doing after people paying a bill. You understand? And right now we don't have any water. Secondly, we in Trinidad are ready for a disaster because government come and government go. They're not preparing any place for a disaster. You understand? So they should start looking at that. All right, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Let me give a little insight on WASA now. I tell you, I'm full with information, you know. WASA closed their payment center throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And today, WASA is seeing that they have lost, they are saying they have lost $32 million since their payment centers have been closed throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Listen carefully, viewers. Follow me closely. They have noted since the country have closed their WASA payments throughout Trinidad and Tobago in 2 weeks, they have seen a loss of $32 million. I just didn't get time to pull the clip where the Minister of Utility, Robert LaHunt, was saying WASA is bankrupt. I just didn't get time to pull the clip for you. You all know I love to bring the facts to the table to you so you could see it. That was about 2 months back. He was saying that WASA is bankrupt. Today, WASA is saying since they closed their payment center for the last 2 weeks, they have seen a loss of $32 million. So I want to ask now, if in 2 weeks' time, you all notice a loss of $32 million, how much money is WASA making for the year? Somebody answer that. Somebody come out and say something. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night.
Hello, I could barely hear you.
Good night, Saieed calling from Cedar.
Welcome to Real Talk. Who is the counselor and what have they done?
Nothing. We haven't seen the councillor, neither the MP for the longest while.
Wow, more or less 5 years, 4 years, 3 years?
Since this pandemic started.
That's the last month or so. But other than that, what have they done for the area?
Nothing much.
Okay. Go ahead and make your comment.
Well, we haven't seen him and we wish to see him because he is not helping anyone in the area.
What's his name? What's the councillor name?
Shankar Tilak Singh.
Tilak Singh. And what's the MP name?
Mr. Dylan Edmond.
Dylan again?
Yeah.
Thank you, my dear.
Okay.
So viewers, who is telling the truth? Is Mr. Lahat misleading the public and saying WASA is bankrupt, or WASA coming out and saying for the last 2 weeks they are in a loss of $32 million? Where does the truth lies? And you know me, I ain't afraid to bust it. You cannot burn this skin. You cannot shut down this. And you can't interfere with my family because somebody got to hold your hand and move you from the bedroom to the living room and sit down. And you wouldn't be able to know what color in front of you. Others want to play mad. Every time somebody rise up in this country of ours to speak for the rights of the citizen, people just want to muzzle them like if it's some pit bull or Rottweiler or something. I am a pit bull, I am a Rottweiler, I am a human being, and it's one mouth they can't muzzle. And I'm proud to say that. So callers, viewers of Real Talk, locally and regional, where is the truth? Is WASA bankrupt? Or are we making profit? Talking about profit, Heritage Petroleum, $200 million in profit last year. That will be September 2018. December 2018 to September 2019. A little over $200 million in profit. I keep it nearly up to date. Don't worry. I ain't forget. I have good memory. And if I forget, God will remind me. Call her good night.
Hello, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
You remember when Kamala called Rowley for a debate and he run? He never accept it. And people go and vote for Rowley. What do you expect to get in a government like that? A bunch of blokes.
Thank you, my friend. So, something else I want to put on the screen. Guys, public medical report. Pharmacy. Now, viewers, I don't know if you can see clearly, but I want you all to look at the price list. The one in the yellow will be the present price from the 27th of April. And just before the yellow, you will see price level 1. Look at price level 1. And then look at the yellow in price level, the other one. Now listen this. That price will be in effect from the 27th of April 2020. Look at the difference in prices. Who is running the pharmaceutical industry in Trinidad and Tobago? Who controls these prices? I am waiting to see when the Minister of Trade, Ms. Paula Gopi-Schoon, will publish the list of supermarkets that are encouraging price gouging in Trinidad and Tobago. I am yet to see when that list will come up in the public domain. I am waiting patiently to see this. So you all saw the price. of tablets, of medications. So who is controlling this? Look at that price. 169 is the present price. And from the 27, which is a couple days, you will be paying 175. Whatever is for $76, you will be paying 79. What is for 145, you will be paying 169. What is for 150, you will be paying 170. Whatever is for 160, you will be paying 178. Whatever is for 171, you will be paying 191. Come back to me, guys. Who is controlling and regulating the price of pharmaceutical in Trinidad and Tobago? That list was sent to me today. Now, you have a call on the line? Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Saeed, we are farm workers. We are Canadian farm workers. And since April we're supposed to go, and they say that they closed the border for people coming in, but we are going out. Our Canadian farmers are waiting there for us.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. So now, viewers, what I want to touch on now, how is the 22-member COVID team that was organized by the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago going to help Trinidad and Tobago? How? What plan can they give to the ministers to resurrect Trinidad and Tobago? For the last 4 years, almost 5, you all never resurrected Trinidad and Tobago. Now a pandemic hit us that is going worldwide. To organize a 22-member team to steer Trinidad and Tobago, to give all your ideas. Let me tell all you something. Let me tell all you something. You know why the price of oil has dropped? It's because companies and manufacturing companies and business have been shut down because they are not open. Hence the reason why the dollar is stable. Production, there's no increase. Manufacturing, there's no increase. Everything is at a standstill. But you organize a 22-member team to tell you no money is coming in because everything is standstill. My 9-year-old son could have said that. How to grow the economy? When business open back and people start back to work, you will continue getting taxed. But if the manufacturing company not manufacturing and they are shut down, how do you expect them to pay tax? And if their workers are not working, how do you expect the workers now to pay their loan for their house, for their car, for their children, And how do you expect them to buy groceries for the grocery to make a profit if they are not working? Common sense could tell you that you don't have to appoint a 22-member team. So here it is. Because all have access to money now, you're bringing out Tom, Dick, and Harry. You're creating X, Y, and Z to tell you what? To tell you what? I will support anybody. I will support any team that is productive. But don't tell me you're wasting money. I will show you where your money is wasting, and I will show you how to increase your money. So don't play a little coming around me with this Nancy story thing. And to top it off now, pharmaceutical drugs is expensive in Trinidad and Tobago. I've shown you all the increase. Now is one of the member to the Prime Minister. The 22 members that you appoint to steer COVID-19, is any one of them the owner of a firm, of a pharmaceutical firm in Trinidad and Tobago? Come out and tell the public. Come out and tell the public. Hence the reason why pharmaceuticals are going up. How much did the Ministry of Health pay for masks from China? How much did they spend? Because I get to understand China is selling a face mask for $4 per mask. How much did the health ministry spend on purchasing masks? That is one question I want the health minister to answer. The second question is, did you take a container of supplies from a company in Trinidad and saying you got it as a gift from China? Come on, come on. You know, every time I say something, the health minister, let's go next day and it is open up. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali. Mr. Ali, calling from Gandhi. Our new local councillor, he went his last seat. For the last local election, we never see him. His name is Paul Mongolo. Mr. Ali, the government swimming pool next to the civic center and all surrounding water pass through my property. And it's only every 2 years they clean it once. I pay to clean it every 4 months for money. Thank you very much, Mr. Ali.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago needs answers where taxpayers' dollars is spending and where you see all they have access to billions now. Come out and tell the public. Come out and tell the public. But I'm waiting for the question on the container. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you all something. I am up to date. Caller, good night.
Good evening to you, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
Looking dapper as usual.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Said. I only have one short, small question. This 22-member panel that's going to steer the country out of this economic crisis, are these people doing this pro bono or are courses attached to this? All the best.
Thank you, my friend. Well said. How can you steer a country into growth when nothing is working? And if you only say business open back tomorrow, the minister would say, the finance minister would say, at the end of the fiscal year, or in 2 or 3 months from now, they have earned so much and so much in tax. Come on, come on. I've given the media something. I've given all something to write on tomorrow. So there is a member on the team, the 22-member team, owns pharmaceutical firms in Trinidad and Tobago, and he is steering Trinidad and Tobago out of COVID-19. They are going to give the government solution on how to go over. How are you going over it? Manufacturers down, stores down. The only thing opening in Trinidad and Tobago is pharmacies and groceries. But I'm going to show the Prime Minister how to come out of COVID-19. How will you come out of COVID-19 when nothing is working and no money is generating? The price of oil dropped because throughout the world, businesses shutting down. Huh? Let me tell you something. If we have 100 people in Trinidad and Tobago and the 100 people the 99 people not seeing, Saieed Ali make it 100, I could see with my glasses and I could see without my glasses. I just letting all you know that. So this is something for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Start asking yourself questions. If the minister is paying $4 per mask from China, how much money was invested in masks? And do you think it will take 1,000 masks to see about one patient? Huh? Think about it. So I'm still waiting for the answer from the container. I'm still waiting to know about the Glen Davis home in Brooklyn settlement. I still want to see AMA. Bring it out in the public domain. This week is a fiery week, you know. Fire Friday, not too far, you know. So we're moving along again. You have a call? Caller, good night.
Hello, good night. I'd like to ask the Minister, Dale Singh, why it is the PNM raping the treasury like that? You're paying rent for Brooklyn, you're paying rent for Balandra, and you have so much of beds all about empty. All you have no shame, all you just plunder and raping the treasury, and people voting for all you.
Thank you, my friend. So we're moving on to the police. Now listen to this, eh? There is no law, there is no legislation in place for people to be outside on the streets. The Commissioner of Police came out and said that, right? But listen this. I want a little listen this. A letter was sent to the AG's office from a lawyer. Police stopped him and asked him where he was going. One said he was going to collect lunch. The other one said he was going to drop lunch. And I believe that the police officer, I want to believe that the police officer turned and tell him, go back home. Now I want to listen something. COVID-19 have no cure. Around the world there are no cure. In countries, we are hearing people dying by the tens of thousands. In Italy, in the US. Tens of thousands. In China, thousands die. Now for your safety, and your wife's safety, which you love very much, and your adorable children that you love so much, if the minister is saying, stay home to prevent the spread of this virus that we do not have a cure for, would you come out and go online knowing that you could catch this virus and go home to your lovable wife who you're hugging up in the night and sleeping and washing your clothes and cooking your food? And then you have your children who you go play a little football with, and you go sit down and eat with them, and you go ramp on the bed with. Would you come out in the public domain while there's an advisory to stay home for the safety of not spreading the COVID-19? Would you come out and jeopardize your family and your girlfriend and your father and your grandmother? I'm just asking all that question. No, there are no laws in place telling you to stay home. There is no law in place. There is no legislation. There is no amendment. But for the safety of your lovable wife who you love so much that you're married, and for your lovable children that you went and cuddle up with your wife and she make a baby for you, you disrespecting all that to come out in the public and meet up with God knows who, and you could get the virus and go back home willfully knowing that the government is asking you to stay home for the safety of not spreading it, so we wouldn't end up like the US, and we wouldn't end up like Italy where they have bodies siding the road. You're willfully going out. And you're willfully going down to your wife. When the night reach, you're going to hug she up. Oh, baby, you know, I so love you. For God in heaven's sake, I'll listen a little bit now. Because I got to tell all you something. You know what all you're doing? All you, the citizen, we are pushing ourselves for the government to issue an SOE. And when the SOE issue and they push for legislations overnight, and they say any individual outside without a cause will face a penalty of $50,000. I hope that's what they're looking for, you know. Believe me. Believe me. Because if all you care about your wife and you're coming home, and you don't care about your child and you're going out, well then $50,000, all you will pay it, and if all you have it, stay inside. Because I will kindly ask the AG to revise letting the people from the prison for all your safety. Because the AG had to release a statement today saying that there's no laws and there's no legislations in place because of a letter he received. We sad in Trinidad, you know. But nevertheless, now viewers, those of you, you know that Real Talk is having a food drive. I'm asking 150 people to donate $1,000 each. Plant a seed. Plant a seed. Now the seed are coming in my pocket. It's going to the grocery man to feed some poor people. And if it is believe in good deeds, as I already say, do good and good go follow you. I did it good for a woman. She came to me, Saieed, I'm planting a seed of $1,500 in your hand. And in less than 14 days, the woman had access to $1.4 million. She came back with a bag. She said, Saieed, this is for you. This is for you. And I already had plans about my show on TV. And it helped me a lot. So today now I could say I just depend on God to fund my program. And I also depending on God that it will put him, he will put a little grace in the hearts of the citizen to contribute to Real Talk, to feed the poor. To feed the poor. So viewers, I'm asking of you, I am not begging for myself. Well, let's see what is dress. I'm on air 2 years now. I never asked nobody for nothing. But today, on my platform, which I have created for you, I am asking, I am begging for the poor citizen, which I don't have to do. But I'm begging with a kind heart, even though my mouth hot. With a kind heart, contribute a little $1,000 to Real Talk, to plant a seed, to feed the poor. Because that same blessing, your son might be sick and you're looking for a miracle. You might want a miracle to pay your rent, or to buy a new TV, or you might want a loan. Something you're going to want. And by planting that seed, like the woman did, it helped her, it could help you. I don't beg unless I have to. You say when I reach home, I go beg my wife. I go beg my son. But I ain't doing that. I'm begging for the less fortunate in Trinidad and Tobago. So contribute a seed on whatever miracle you want. Whether you are Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Baptist, Roman Catholic, religion have nothing to do with it. But any one of the faith you're following and you believe in a miracle and planting a seed, we're here to collect it on behalf of the poor. So viewers, police officer, we have a call? Caller, good night.
Hello?
Yes, go right ahead.
Yes, Mr. Saieed.
Yes?
For the longest while I'm trying to get up. Hello?
Yes, go right ahead. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, for the longest while I'm trying to get a piece of road to my property. And over 10 years now, I give the corporation the documents and I cannot get it. I don't know what help you could give me. Yeah.
Call me privately and we can see what we can do for you. Thank you very much. Police officers have been ordered to use body cams during roadblock exercise. This is according to National Security Minister Stuart Young. The minister was at today's virtual media briefing conference.
I'd also like to say that what the Commissioner of Police in his briefing this morning has now instructed is the use of the body cams at some of these roadblocks. So we, the population, will see what is the truth and what is really happening and what we can then judge our brothers and sisters on.
Minister Young assured that the recent upsurge in roadblocks is not part of government COVID-19 measures. However, he explained that the police are conducting their exercise under the laws of Trinidad and Tobago.
The roadblocks that were implemented across country last week Friday were necessary. And I'd just like to remind the public, these roadblocks are not based on the stay-at-home measures and the regulations and provisions. Crime and criminality continues to affect Trinidad and Tobago. The police have the power to have roadblocks at any hour, any time. based on either intelligence or evidence, or just for them to be able to check on our licenses or insurance, but also on other occasions when we're looking for something, the police are looking for something in particular.
The Minister of National Security once again stated that the police officer can ask a person questions such as, where are you going, whether it's a he or whether as is she. He said this is also according to the laws of the land.
The police are also entitled in law to ask any one of us, on the grounds of any reasonable suspicion, whether what we are going about our business to do. And we just respond to them. I'm going to the grocery, I'm going to the pharmacy, I'm going to work, etc. And that is all outside of COVID.
Now, viewers, from me, Saieed Ali, to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, the government is trying to control the spread of a virus. Now, they could come on TV and say anything they want. They can tell us anything. Because I've seen promises made, past and present, and none never materialized. But we are trying in Trinidad and Tobago. 8 deaths so far because of a virus we cannot see or hear or smell. They are trying. The opposition is coming up with ideas. The present administration are coming up with ideas. But we are trying to keep down a virus. Now, would you be the one to give your wife or child the COVID-19 sickness or virus? How would you feel knowing that you love your wife for 20 years, or you now meet this girl 2 months and you so love she that you're willing to catch COVID-19 and go by she? When you die, you think she coming by you? Common sense. Common sense. You so love your wife and you so love your children that you're going out. You're going out, and let's just say, not God willing, but let's just say you get it outside, and you go home back to your loving family, and they all of them became asymptomatic, and then you start to get symptoms. You end up in Balandra, you end up in Kuva, you end up in Kora. Who you want to blame now? Who you want to blame? Huh? Oh gosh, I'll have a little common sense now. Have a little common sense. I am pleading on your behalf to keep the spread down. Keep the spread down. I was supposed to go to England before they called the borders lockdown. I knew I would never be back in Trinidad in a week. So I decided to cancel my flight. I decided to cancel it. You know why? For the safety of my family. Because money will come and money will go. If your wife and your child catch it, that pain will remain on you for as long as you live. So from me to you, be very cautious outside. If you have to go to the pharmacy, go to the grocery, go and pay your bill. Don't go and drink with a partner. Next thing you know, he could have it. So if you have to go outside, go outside. Other than that, we're trying to combat a disease. Because I am trying to bring you with the latest up-to-date plans from the government, Because they're bringing plans and they're bringing all kind of things. I am trying to get to the bottom of it. But we need your help. Now, this could have been the UNC instead of the PNM running the country. And we would be asking you the same thing. Stay home. If you don't have nothing to do, stay home. So viewers, Real Talk is having its drive. Feel free to contribute. I am begging you on behalf of the less fortunate in Trinidad and Tobago who cannot meet the demands to contribute $1,000. Call a good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Yes, Saeed, the people are supposed to realize they have stage 2 in this virus coming out yet. And that stage 2 is more deadly than stage 1.
China. China is hitting the second phase, you know.
Realize.
Thank you, my friend. China is on the second stage, you know. You see, I got to tell you something, eh? If I didn't have my show and I didn't boost in the government and hitting hammer on the nail head, talk. I wonder if I read so far. Just a question I throw out for all you. So Health Minister Terence Dial Singh said, the decision to send home 250 patients from St. Anne's Hospital was not a result of COVID-19. He said, this is a process that started long before.
We would have said that the population in St. Anne's was decreased from 1,000 to about 750. And we said clearly that was done as part of our mental health decentralization policy. That comment is being misinterpreted to mean we sent 250 people home because of COVID. That is not correct.
Now, according to the minister, that is part of the decentralization of the mental health facility in Trinidad and Tobago. Earlier
it was
today,
a gradual process.
Two policemen, a senior police officer from Shogunas, two senior police officers from Shogunas police station were granted $1.3 million bail on charges of trafficking a Venezuelan child. 47-year-old Inspector Gokul and Sergeant Lal Bihari were ordered by Shogunas Magistrate Rajendra Rambachan to surrender their passport. The charges against Gokul were for transporting and harboring a child for the purpose of sexual exploitation. Charges further alleged against him was that he sexually penetrated a child, obtaining a financial benefit from trafficking a child and misbehavior in office. Gokul was granted $100,000 bail with a cash alternative of $70,000. He was ordered to surrender his passport and not leave TNT without permission of the court. The charges against Lal Bihari was for obtaining a financial benefit from the trafficking of a child. Charge further alleged against him was that he harbored a child for the purpose of exploitation and provided support for a gang leader as well as for misbehavior in public office. Lal Bihari was granted $600,000 bail or $60,000 deposit. A 39-year-old bar manager, Mr. Ross, was then charged that he knowingly provided support to a gang leader by transporting and harboring a child for exploitation. He was granted $500,000 bail and ordered to report to the Freeport police station every Thursday before 10 a.m. The counter-trafficking unit special task force arrested and charged the 3 men. They are to repair on March 25th. Now, viewers, now you have seen why Saieed Ali have pushed for the child legislation. Why I have pushed for the child sex offender registry to be up and running. So when you hear When you hear they are convicted, their picture can go up. Local and regional will be able to know who these men are. And if you tell yourself you're running away from Trinidad and you're going to our next country, child protection in that country and all have it, because when you enter, they would know you. Why did I push for this? It's for the safety of you. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight. Now keep in mind, Real Talk will not be having any live show tomorrow, but a rerun of tonight's program tomorrow. Fire Friday, we would be live. So viewers, feel free to contribute at $1,000 to helping the poor. Call me on 339-1670 or 238-6716. Illa anta bakuna laze la illa anta. Be safe and don't be a fool. Viewers.